What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today I'm going to be making a best to worst tier list. Now, right before I get into this, I want to show this right here. I have hit Elder with a 90% win rate in this current season. I'm undefeated, and I'm only putting this here to show I know what I'm talking about. But just because someone is good at a game doesn't mean they always know what they're talking about or how to teach. But I know seeing this matters to some people, but this doesn't mean everything. There are a lot of good players out there that have bad takes, so I don't want anyone to think that, oh, I'm putting this here to just say, oh, I automatically know what I'm talking about no matter what. No, I'm just putting this here to show that I actually play the game for real, and I'm not just someone who makes content on a game they don't know how to play completely. So let me remove that, and let's get into this tier list. Now, people are not going to like the first one. But, oh, let me mention this. Again, this is my opinion, all right? You got to say this in every tier list video because I want y'all to point this out. I promise y'all, there's always somebody like this. There's always that one person in the comments that will go hard on the one topic they won't agree with, but don't acknowledge the rest of the tier list. So, if you don't agree with a take or two of mine, that doesn't mean the whole tier list is bad. You just don't agree with a couple of takes. People need to learn how to grade tier lists like they're grading tests. So let's get into this. I know people aren't going to like this first one. I know they're not. But I'm not going to. I let them slide for a bit. Y'all know I've been public enemy number one to this character because of the players. The people who play this character really annoy me because they've been downplaying him since release. Like, it's disgusting, and I don't know why they do it. But, hey, this can make you mad all you want, but Johnny is the best character in the game again, in my opinion. Same reasons before. He's flawless. He has no issue. He plays the game well. He does so many things in the game better than other people. He has the most, this is factual. This is not an opinion. This is a fact. He has the most cameo synergy in the game. There's a reason behind that because he is a perfect character, dang it. There's nothing wrong with Johnny. I've made plenty of videos talking about Johnny, and none of those opinions on him has changed. It's just other characters got better. And now that all of those characters, literally all of those characters have been brought down a bit, he is back at his normal spot. If you don't agree with me, argue with someone else. His character is stupid. People downplayed him when he was winning back-to-back majors over and over again. This is easily the most used tournament character in this game's life cycle still. And it's not even close, but people will still continue to downplay him. He is perfect dang near. He is easy to pick up. You play him with almost any assist you want, you'll have no problem. He's dumb. Those are my reasonings. He's flawless dang near. And if you don't agree, I understand. But again, this is my opinion. Character is dumb. I've always said it. And the only thing that's changed now is other characters that were over him got brought down. Simple as that. But Johnny is still ridiculous. So, with that being said, now let's go on to number two. Number two recently just got a hefty nerf, but he's still ridiculous. Havoc. Havoc is the poster boy of like bad players. Like, if you are a bad player and you just want a straightforward, easy top tier to pick up, and let me not say bad player, like, well, no, I'm going to say bad player. Like, this character is perfect for the skills. Like, if you just want the easiest time at the game and you don't want to put in the work, you're just all about results, play Havoc. People are trying to say that he's like S minus now because of the nerfs, but literally throw Striker on him and he can still do the same thing he used to do besides saving 2 minutes. And do it all on a quicker recharge rate with more damage. And he's still as scary as can be if you throw Striker on him. He's just the same. He just loses one thing. When they nerfed him, like they buffed Striker as well, and Striker and him synergized perfectly. It's just Striker was not good. Now that Striker is good, this character is a problem. Still. So Yeah, just throw Striker on him and he's still number 2. I don't know why people are acting like the nerfs are the end of the world. Now 3 and 4 is hard to me. I feel like you can swap 3 or 4, and I'm gonna put these two: Homelander and Cyrax. Now I feel like these could be swapped, but these characters are both amazing. I'm going to talk about Cyrax first. Now, there's a lot of people that think Cyrax is the best in the game, but they are simply wrong. Um, the character is very strong, but NRS players have a very, very bad habit of not labbing options, and they don't really learn how to get out of setups and everything, and how to make a setup character be punished for doing setups. It's a common NRS problem. And it's kind of crazy now I think about it. The best NRS player of all time happens to love setup characters. And with that being said, this character is dumb. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm putting her top 3, top 4 for a reason. Once she gets going, she could touch you once and you can lose. But she has to touch you still. And without the addition of Madame Bow or Trimmer, her touching you is a problem. But that doesn't matter because she has Madame Bow or Trimmer. So the character still has to put you in the situation. And with them nerfing her bomb to where she can always just win trades and you couldn't zone her at all, that brought her down some. Actually, no. Yeah, I think I'll put her there. That brought her down some. And also with how people are, with the game evolving and everything, people who couldn't, like at the higher level, just figure out how to get out of the Cyrax stuff, some people are learning. And Cyrax was been through a lot of changes. She was like downplayed and then overrated, and then like people have been all over the place with Cyrax. But Cyrax is a great character. I don't want people to think that I don't think that at all, just because I'm not putting her top 1 like every other drone. But she's a character that is fundamentally flawed. She's a bad base character. She has bad fundamental tools in the game. Like, if she didn't have her dumb setup, she would literally be like B tier. But she has her dumb setup, so she's up here. But the character does not have good fundamental tools to play the game. But that's fair because she's so broken with her setups that just because she has bad fundamental tools, it balances it out. So, again, the character is ridiculous, but she doesn't do everything. She's just really dumb at what she does. So, now Homelander. Homelander is a character that is another character that's very good at what he does. And there were some people that were upset when I made a character difficulty tier list when I put him in hard. Homelander is a hard character to play. People don't account for all skill levels. Somebody's not picking up this game for like a bit and playing Homelander. They're just not. It takes a while to learn this character. There's actually been multiple, since people care about this, there's multiple pros that cited that this character is hard to play, but some people don't agree. Because like if you have basic fighting game knowledge and you're better than a lot, if you're better than a lot of people, then Homelander's not going to be that hard for you if you are just gifted at some things. But those gifted people don't know how to look at other people, just because some people think a character is easy to play, or his game plan. His game plan is easy. What he's going to do to you, he's going to mid you into a command grab and launch you a Farah, knock down, rinse and repeat. But with that being said, him having to do those things, he has to like farm the laser, know combos for different situations. He has some of the worst meaties in the game, so you got to get used to that as well. He has one of the worst armor moves in the game and one of the worst poke moves in the game. It's kind of like Cyrax. He's just really good at what he does, to where he can make all that stuff not matter. But he is a learning curve character to pick up. He's very strong, and he's just great at what he does, in my opinion. But he does have a curve to him when it comes to learning. But great character. Great at what he does. Now, Sindel. Sindel is a character that recently got a slap on the wrist, but she's still dumb with tournament. Like, If Sindel didn't have to walk some characters down, she would be here, like, or here. But her weakness is the fact that she doesn't have an initial low or overhead, and she needs Tremor or Loud. She can't play without them because of her base kit. It's when she's given that she's very dumb. But there's some matchups where she has to walk people down, and it takes a while to open people up with her. Like, you still have to get that hit, and once you get that hit, she can make it count, but she still has to get it. Now, the character is still ridiculous, but she doesn't do everything. So, the reason that I might need to make a tier for these two characters. Like, Johnny and Havoc could just do what they want, and they don't care. They just don't care. But the other characters I'm putting before them, they have their own quirks about them. Sindel is still ridiculously strong. She just will never be popular because the way she plays. But if she was a different character with a different aesthetic, then she would be much more popular, and a lot of people would play her because she is dumb, but she's just not the type of character most people like to play, being honest. All right, up next, I have. Now, some people might not agree with this. This might be the most out of their one, but Ghostface. Ghostface with Striker is ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous. 50% command grabs, overhead low mix, and you could armored wake up full combos, full screen teleport in the Striker, just get in, dumb 50-50s with the enforcer stance in the Striker still. It's stupid. Striker has completely made this character ridiculous, and it's kind of like the Sindel thing too, though. In some matchups, he has to walk people down, but this is a Mortal Kombat 10 character, like the closest thing to a Mortal Kombat 10 character in the game. If you loved you some MK10, you will love you some Ghostface. He's great. He's I don't want to call him a brute, but can I say he's the best command grab character? Yeah, I would say Homelander. Homelander or Ghostface is the best command grab character in the game. So, yeah. Now, let's go on with here. Let's put Scorpion. Now, Scorpion is a very, very, very jobber character. If you want the easiest top tier to play in the game, play Scorpion. The thing about Scorpion, kind of like Sindel, but only one, he needs Farrah. Farrah makes Scorpion up here. There's no other assist that remotely puts him close to being up here, but he has very excellent neutral control. He controls the pace of the match. He can put you in dumb 50-50 situations. This is the easiest top tier to pick up in the game. Period, point blank. And if you disagree, I don't know what to tell you. It's literally back three into mix and restand them into spear, 3-3, forward dash, fair cancel, mix. So that's it with Scorpion. Easiest top tier character in the game, and I don't think that's up for debate. Like, he's a jobber. Like, if you play Scorpion Farrah, you are a jobber, and that's okay. You know, somebody got to be the jobber. So it is what it is. Now, where is he at? T1000. Now, you could not tell me this character was not top one, top two, right, before this last match. But I think them taking away that overhead hit him hard. Not hard enough to where he's not one of the best characters in the game anymore, because he's still a moving mix-up with very dumb tools. It's another one where doesn't have everything. Got to walk you down sometimes, but amazing standing for really good damage, easy command grab mix-ups, low mix-ups, just multiple assist options. He's good with Sonya. Not meta with Sonya, but he's good with Sonya. He's good with Movado. He's meta with Movado and Tremor. Just a ridiculous character. And he can pretty much do what he wants once he's in your face. He's the character that people say they like. You know, the rush down archetype. Get in there, rush you down, and just hit you with 50-50s back to back, keep you guessing. But he still has his weaknesses. That's why I put him at the bottom of the S tier. But he's still a dumb strong character. I just think the nerfs actually did do something to him for real this time. No. Sector. Sector's a hard one for me to place. Now, I will admit, I was not a Sector believer at first, but now with the game changes, I'm starting to be a Sector believer. I can't put her up here. I just can't. I know some people will consider her right here, but I think she's like right there. One of the best of S minus tier. And let me explain this about Sector. With the the tournaments being such a big part of fighting game culture, people look at tournaments like they're the end all be all. They're not. Like Cyrax. Cyrax is a character that is only getting shown by one player in this world. There is not a number 2 or number 3 Cyrax. That says a lot. Even though some people want to put her here, which there is only one person in this world that plays her at a level that is competitive play. I'm not going to say viable, but only one person showing out with her in competitive play. With that being said, there are multiple people that have done well with Sector. That's why I'm like, I have to put Sector up here. Like, even Sonic started to pick her up. There's somebody at Gotham that's very good with Sector. And then Y-Tex. The character's results are undeniable to where you could think about putting her right here. But since I actually play the game and I actually choose to go out of my way to learn characters before I really have an opinion on them like this, I see why people think Sector is so strong, ridiculously strong, because she is a very, very dumb strong tournament character. Sector does good against a bunch of these characters up here. She does good against Havoc. She beats Sector. I mean, she beats Cyrax bad. She does good against Sindel. I don't know about she doesn't even lose to Scorpion. You would think she would lose to Scorpion's archetype, but she don't. She's zoning the crap out of Ghostface, and she's zoning the crap out of T-1000. Thing about Sector is she's so good at fighting the best characters in the game, but when you get some to the lower characters, she's struggling. That's why I can't put her up here. Tournament wise, if we're just making a purely tournament tier list, well, she can go like right here. Because she does good against all of these characters up here. She can fight them or beats them. But against some characters in the cast, she has a hard time fighting some of the lower characters. And it's a really weird dynamic. But that's my take on Cyrax, why I have her there. Ermac. Ermac is up next. Y'all need to watch out for Ermac. Ermac might be a character that is better than I think, because power creeping. Well, all these other characters getting brought down, and Ermac was already like right here or something. He could be up here. Ermac's thing is he just doesn't have good neutral control. Full screen neutral control. Like, his projectile is pretty lackluster, and when he touches you, he needs Janet. And that's another big weakness of him. He needs Janet to be up here. He has Ermac has the worst cameo synergy in the game. Period, point blank. His cameo synergy is terrible. He needs Janet. And with that being said, Janet has piss poor neutral control. And if there was an assist in this game that gave Ermac a throw combo on top of having good neutral control, like he came back quick, and he could still get access to his damage, because that's the problem. Janet gives him everything he lacks naturally. The damage, the throw, the constant tool to keep you guessing, because the throw combo, because he doesn't really have good mix-ups. He has good pressure. If there was a better assist for Ermac, Ermac would be absolutely undeniable, but he needs Janet, and Janet doesn't fix his piss poor full screen neutral control problem. So that's why Ermac is here. But watch out for Ermac. Ermac might be a scary. I'm tired of talking about Shao, because people annoy me with Shao. people act like Shao is this low key, dumb top tier character, but like they act like he's like top five, but he's not. Shao, another problem like Ermac is he's lacking too much that he needs. He needs something to stop him from getting zoned out. He needs something to confirm his combos. He can't launch even by himself unless he spins bar. And his best form is locked behind a stance that he still has to get into, and he has no way to really get into it without him having to read you after he gets into it. Now, yes, character is strong. I think he's very strong, but he can't do a lot of stuff by himself like a lot of the other top tiers. He needs vector assist, he needs a tremor assist, and he needs a sector assist or a tremor assist or a striker assist or Kano assist just to get started, not to amplify what he already has. He needs him to get started. And that is where Shao falls. If he had some better base tools in his main kit, then he would be much, much stronger. But Shao only becomes ridiculous when he's in the second form. Now that second form, oh no, Shao's like right here. He still has to get there. So that's my take on Shao. Still think he's very strong. It's just he has stipulations before he becomes very strong. He has to be in your face with an assist in the second form. All right. Shout the way. Now, Reiko. I think Sonic Fox described Reiko the best. I heard Sonic talk about Reiko one time. And I know how people feel about Sonic and his opinions and everything, but he described Reiko perfectly before. And I don't think it gets more perfect than how he described Reiko. Reiko is, he compared him to a Tekken character, where he said the word small Tekken and big Tekken. How there's a difference. And if you play Tekken, you understand that saying, but Reiko is really good at the little things. It's just when it's time for him to actually cash out and do big things, it's not that strong. Like he has great up close lows and 50-50s, but that don't net him a lot. He has really good tools when he gets towards you, like his mid and his launcher. I mean, like he has like a launcher off of the mid because he can confirm, but it's like the mid's not very good, but once it hits, it's good. Like he has a projectile, but the projectile is not amazing anymore. He has command grab, but he's not even like he's a character that was now meant to be completely around command grabs, and he's not even like, you know, the best at what he does. He's not even the best command grab character, even though he's supposed to be the staple command grab character. So he's ridiculous. He has good matchup spread, very good tools, but Reiko has to touch you too many times. Besides, like the command grab, in my opinion, and yeah, the command grab hurts, but he doesn't really have anything to scare you from just taking that damage. And if he can like hit you with a mid and threaten like half your life as well, he would be much more scary. But can't really do that. But he can chip away at your health, just pace you out and annoy you. But that's why I put him there. Honestly, you can put him there. This character, I would say Conan. No, I would put Conan right here. Striker, listen, people don't realize that Striker being meta now changed a lot of characters. And I already thought that this character was good with Striker, but it's even better now. Conan can hit you. Conan has the most brain dead derp mid in the game. Like this is a character for the brutes. Like if you like your brute type characters and you know you a little pea brain. Like I ain't trying to be mean, but you know you like things. I'm not trying to be mean, but Conan fits a certain type of player. If you a little unga bunga brute, this is the perfect character for you. Pop him with Striker, he gets his easy launcher confirms with Striker. He can do the little spin thing into the bombs to make himself safe. And off of 2-2 grab, he gets a 50% command grab with a bar where he can restand you into more pressure. So character is meant to just be a brute. He could beat you with just mids and throws because his mid is so ridiculous. He has the like if Katana doesn't have the best mid in the game, it's him. Honestly. Just straightforward, easy, dumb, good brute. Amazing. Really good character. Now don't people really need to pick him up with Striker. Like I'm telling y'all, pick this character up with Striker. 2-2, grab into back Striker. Hold it, get the gunshots, forward, 3-3 launch, 50%. Okay. This is a character that I want to make a whole video on, but I want to tell y'all I was right. My last tier list, I put this character here. Garrus is dumb. He has his own mechanic where he can his own breaker. He has a very good overhead, a very good sweep, very good damage, very good pressure, a good runaway game without zoning you. Just a good unbreakable damage, a command grab. Garrus is bloated. Like Garrus is probably like one of the most underrated characters in the game. And I said this last patch, and I put him top tier, and I made a whole video on him. And guess what, y'all? There was 2 Garruses top 8 in Evo recently. I wanted to make a video. I was like, I told y'all so. This character is stupid. Garrus is dumb, y'all, but he's just now. Thing about Garrus is a character that doesn't feel good to play. Let's keep it honest. He's a big sluggish character. Garrus is probably the nastiest feeling character to play in the game. Characters feeling good to play is a true thing. Like, as much as I despise me some Johnny, and I will never play him like that, Johnny feels like dumb dirt easy to play. Everything flows. It's like natural. Another character that feels natural, probably say, like Conan. Just flows. Who else? Homelander. Once you get him down, everything's just natural. Thing about Garrus. Garrus is just icky. Period. Like he's a big tank sluggish character. Doesn't feel good to play. His buttons are big, heavy, and slow, and that's why he's not more popular. Besides that, the character is dumb strong. He got everything you need and more. Like he even has like dumb setups as well. He's just not that what's the word? Intuitive to play. He's nasty. He doesn't feel great to play. Big, sluggish, and it doesn't feel great to play the character. Melina. Melina is strong. Melina is good. Melina just has bad neutral. That's it. But I don't really have much to say about Melina. If Melina's neutral wasn't so bad, she would be better. But her mid game and full screen is not good. Once she gets in your face, she is disgusting. But she has some of the worst neutral control in the game. That's why you see her usually forcefully paired with the Kung Lao assist to cover her piss poor neutral. But besides that, she is a menace. When she gets in your face, she is a problem, but she still has to get in your face. And even when she gets in your face, she's not broken. She's very good. And if she just had better neutral, like better projectiles or better mid-screen buttons, then she would be better. But that's just simply the case on Melina. Doesn't change the fact how dumb she is once she gets in your face. Now Kenshi. Kenshi, where is he? I would place Kenshi around a little. I would put Kenshi. I think Kenshi is better. This one is hard. Yeah, I put Kenshi right there. Kenshi, still very strong character. He got, oh yeah, that nerf though. Eesh, this one is hard. Yeah, no, I would put Kenshi like right there. Kenshi is dumb strong. I made plenty of videos talking about Kenshi, but Kenshi kind of reminds me of Shao in a way, but on a different level. He's multiple different characters in one. He's really good at what he does, and that's knock you down and keep making you guess overhead and low over and over again into Sento back to back. And before, he was one of the best characters in the game, but honestly, with that most recent nerf to him, where they just really hurt the Sento timer, I think that hurt him a lot. He's still very strong. He's still very stupid. No, Kenshi's stupid. Kenshi's stupid. Once he gets going, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's so dumb and skillless. Like, once Kenshi gets going, now Kenshi is a hard character to play, to get down, but once there is a way to dumb him down where you can just keep resetting him into the guessing over and over again, and yeah, I'm gonna keep Kenshi right there. I think the most recent nerfs hurt him, but everybody knows what Kenshi's meant to do. There's always a big debate on where he's at, but I think that is a fair spot to put him. All right, final of this tier is Liu Kang. Liu Kang is one of my most hated Mortal Kombat characters of all time. And shout out to MK Tom Brady. Go check the video he made about. Well, check the video me and him made where he talked about how Liu Kang was designed. What Ed Boon said about Liu Kang. But long story short, Liu Kang was literally made for idiots, like the way he's meant to be played. He literally was made for mashing idiots. If everything that was said about the whole statement was true in the video, that's what he's made for, and it's tried and true even to this day. Like, he's for the character. I think he is another character, like, as a poster board for just bad players, honestly. Like, obviously besides people like Ninja Killer, but he is a character that is, he's what they wanted the game to be played like. Strike throw. He literally strike throw the character. It's just, I feel like he does it a little too derp. Like, I just don't respect this character. I'm sorry. He's just so derp and easy. But let me put my personal feelings aside. Liu Kang is a good character. Kind of another thing like Melina. He just has some very, very bad neutral control. Now, the projectiles make up for it, the Mataro and everything. But he still is going to have to get towards you eventually. But when he gets towards you, when he's in your face, armor breaking, guessing, grab, back to back. And now they buffed his auto shimmy too. So that's why I can confidently put him in like the S- tier. And he's just how NRS wanted the direction of their game to go, the strike throw meta. He perfectly describes what that meta is. It's just they don't really ever stick to the meta they plan to create. If they stuck to it, he would be one of the better characters. And if he had better neutral control, like I said with Melina, he would be a higher character. But again, he doesn't have that. He's still very strong and dirt, like just easy. I always say this number one thing about Liu Kang, like Liu Kang, you can beat people with Liu Kang that are better than you because of how he's designed. Maybe not consistently, but you can get some wins on some people that are better. Okay. Now, this is getting to the point where the tier list video is starting to get long. I don't want it too long, so let me start hurrying up a bit with the tiers. So, Baraka, Noob, Tara, Takeda, actually Takeda, Tara, Rain, up there. All right, now let's start talking about these characters. It's easier to talk about characters the lower they get because the less things about them. Yeah. Baraka. With the addition of Striker again, Baraka's back in there. Baraka has always been a matchup character in my opinion. In some matchups, he's just gonna actually kill you. Like, he's just way too strong in some matchups. Like, even like when Kung Lao was at his worst, kill Kung Lao. He does really good against Homelander, honestly. When he does good against you, you're going to feel it. The character has a really, really dumb matchup spread. Like he beats a lot of people. He just doesn't beat a lot of the characters that matter, but he is very strong. Another one of those derp easy characters. 2-1, chop chop. I mean 2-1 into the brush, cover it with striker, rinse and repeat. Um, and yeah, that's how you play Baraka. Just derp armor breaking easily. If you think they're gonna interrupt the armor breaking launch, you just do it into chop chop. I keep calling it chop chop, but the rush, you know, dang near full screen armor. He's just a brute, dumb, easy character. But I don't really think he is tournament viable, but I do think he's a dumb good matchup here. Well, I guess I would kind of take that thing back about Barack. I can't see him being used in tournament. It's just very. I don't see him closing out a tournament. All right, Noob. Noob is. I made a video on Noob. You can watch that more if you want to see what in depth what I think about Noob because it is recent. To make a long story short about Noob, he is a character that is one of the most overrated characters in this game. He isn't that good. Um, it takes too many layers to get to his good stuff, while other characters can just do their good stuff. It's simple as that. Now, watch my whole video on him if you want to know more in depth. Takeda. Takeda, kind of same thing as Noob. I'm starting to notice like characters that fit in the same tier start to have the same problem. It's like Takeda. Takeda, with the addition of the low being put in the game, changed his archetype literally like overnight. He's still not really a good character in my opinion. I get it. There's Lavender Rain who does good with the character, and Nicholas picked them up for a bit, but to make a long story short, it's literally just Lavender Rain. The character's strong, in my opinion. And matter of fact, even like the best UK player, Kanimani, he put Takeda in like C or B tier on his tier list. And I really agree with it. Like I feel like a lot of people overrate Takeda, but he's cool. It's a shame. Like Takeda was the one character I really wanted to main, but he's just not that good. He's okay. Once it gets set up, it's going. He got stuff with Jax and everything. He's okay, but he's just cool. That's how people like him. He's not really that good. He's not great at what he does. He's meant to be a neutral control character, but I don't even know if he is top 5 at that. Like, Havoc. Homelander, Scorpion, Conan, Cal. But just naming some characters I played so far, I haven't even went lower in the list. All have better neutral control. So yeah, I think Takeda is okay, just okay. I kind of want to put him lower, but I feel like just because of Lavender Rain, a lot of people overrate him, and then Nicholas had a while. But I mean, you get here to the US, ain't no one's doing anything with Takeda. It's just not. It doesn't have the tools, and he has too many issues. And he's not even meta with meta assist. There's some people starting to think he's really good with striker, but he's not. So, just not that great. Natara, matchups are terrible. What she does is great, obviously. Just 50-50s you for 50%. 2-3 hits, you're dead. But she has to touch you. And if the whole point about fighting games is controlling space, making other people play your game, the problem with Natara is she has to initially let people play their game just because she's Natara. She doesn't have the tools to stop a lot of characters from playing their game. But once she gets in your face, she's ridiculous. But it's even easy to get her off you then because she doesn't have a lot of things that gel into the Pharaoh. But if she has the right scenario going, she plays jukes and jobs a bit, hits you out of your meter, and got you on your toes. She could seem like one of the worst characters to deal with, but she has probably one of the worst matchups. One of the worst matchups for in the game. Kenshi or something. Which means like when they lose to a character, you feel it. Like if you're an Atara going up against a Sub-Zero, oh good luck. Good freaking luck. You are not touching that man. Rain. Rain? I don't have much to say about Rain. I'll just leave it at this. Rain is a lackluster jack of all trades. That's it. That's all I have to say about Rain. Kung Lao. Actually, I would put Kung Lao above Rain. I feel like Kung Lao is good, but he just suffers from a major problem. He doesn't have really good long range buttons, which that problem can get negated with the addition of a sector assist. And they took away his armor play style. And he still has the spin thing. But Kung Lao's another character that's meant to be dark as well. You know, whiffing the dive kick, that's meant to cover up for his piss poor neutral, but it's not enough. He's just okay. In the current meta now, he's fine. There's some times before I would play some more up here, right here, but he's just okay. Cool, decent, solid character. Nothing much to say. Katana. Actually, put Katana right here. Katana doesn't have mix. If Katana had mix, she would be S-. She has potentially the best mid in the game, some of the most consistent good damage in the game, a decent keep away game. She doesn't really have good cameo synergy. That's another flaw of hers. There's no reason to play her. But like how I said, Rain is a lackluster jack of all trades. She's meant to be a space hit neutral control type character, but she doesn't really have anything to open you up. And yeah, that's it. If she has something to open you up, like in the other games, how she just have straight up overheads or flutter, and it'd be different. But she doesn't have anything to open you up, so it holds her back. Okay, now let's continue this. Sub-Zero. I think Sub-Zero's better than. Yes. I think Sub-Zero's better than. Well, yes. I think Sub-Zero's better than Atara. No. Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero, Sub-Zero. The most passionate community. The very loud community. Sub-Zero community. I think Sub-Zero is another character that's just okay. He's one of the most annoying characters in the game, honestly. If you don't really have an answer to clone with your character, you are in for a terrible time. He's a character that I noticed that amongst all skill levels amongst 2 skill levels, is very popular character. People love this character. And I think actually I would say he's the most popular character in the game amongst all skill levels, honestly. Besides the very, very top. But the other 2 skill levels, I would say it's very popular. Like, you see Sub-Zeros all the time. And with that being said, Sub-Zero, I think his major flaw, it's like a lot of other characters within a cameo game that does have characters that can do things on their own, even though they don't have to, because it's a cameo game, that's not the point. He really doesn't do anything well on his own. And that's about it. If there was a way he could make stuff just real or safe on his own without having to use a cameo, heck, even if he just had to spin bar, it would mean so much to him. And I don't think they buff Sub-Zero in the right way every time. And that doesn't change the fact that he still does really good against some characters, even with his lackluster tools. And when he had Prime Chameleon, Sub-Zero was ridiculous. I stand on that. But in his current state, I think he's just okay. I feel like I could make a whole video on Sub-Zero, like what I feel like he needs to be a S minus character, because a lot of people will want it by now. Like again, the Sub-Zero community is very loud, and if they made Sub-Zero top tier, they would make so many people happy. But yeah, in his current state, he's just alright. He's okay. Like I said, he just doesn't really do much well by himself. And again, I get it. Doesn't matter. It's a cameo game. I get it. Trust me. But there are characters that can do things by themselves. Like, again, to break it out, Sub-Zero doesn't have a singular tool besides that freaking dumb dive kick that makes him shine. There's nothing special about him. Like, yeah, clone, of course. But the dive kick is like the only thing that's about him that's really special and unique and worth playing. So, let me go ahead and stop, because I can make a whole video about Sub-Zero. Yeah, Sub-Zero's just okay. We'll sum it up at that. Tanya. Tanya Tanya is right here. Like I said, striker assist, different meta. Tanya with striker is actually very dumb, y'all. I promise y'all. Tanya with striker is ridiculous. She's a good character. Striker changed so many characters overnight. People just don't realize that what that timing off of the bombs did. Tanya's really dumb with striker. I promise you. She's still boring. One of the most boring characters to play. Not popular, but I genuinely thought a couple patches ago she was the worst character in the game. But no, striker. She's up there now. Actually, I say she's better than no. She's good. No, she's better than. She's better than Baraka. Yeah, nah, she's better than Baraka. I promise y'all, Tanya's really good right now. She's just not popular because people don't like her. If people don't like anything about her, they don't like her aesthetic. Yeah, they don't like her fruit loop dreads. They don't like how boring she is. So she'll never really be popular. But she is good again. She always just needs something to cover her ridiculous play. Now that she has basically her dumb play, being dumb, and now that she has striker, let her do what she wants again. She's fine. Oh, I'm thinking about making a rant video on Quan Chi. Quan Chi, I know a lot of people want to put him as one of the worst characters in the game, and I still don't think I can confidently speak on Quan Chi because I haven't learned this character a lot. He's probably him and Shang and Li Mei are probably my least played characters in this game. I don't think I've ever actually tried to go out of my way to learn the character. I learned his frame data and stuff to fight him, but there are so many people that will scream to the top of the mountaintops. This freaking character is bad. And to save what I have to say on this character for a rant video, you just can't be bad with that armored portal. I don't care what character you are. You cannot be bad with that armored portal. And I'm going to save it because I'm going to go on a rant about this character if I don't stop. But you can't be bad with that armored portal. I'm sorry. You can't. You can't. I don't care. You cannot be a bad character with that armored portal. And that's all I have to say right now before I get mad. Ashura, like I always said about Ashura, she's the perfect example of a character getting power creep. When the game first came out, she was right here. Other characters were getting buffs, so she went down. Other characters got added to the game, like your Homelander and your Cyraxes and your Sectors. So she got Ermac, so she gets brought down some more. Then more characters get buffed again. Like, hey, you see Shao's getting buffs, and Liu Kang's getting buffs, and Garrus getting buffs. So she comes down here again. And then, implementation. Characters in the game like New get put in, and then Takeda gets his buff, and some characters get changed in the target. Turbo, she's just a character that's the perfect example of getting power creep. So the B tier, to sum up the whole B tier, I'm just gonna put them in now before I talk about them. There's absolutely no reason to play any one of these characters at all. So yeah. Ashura, very good neutral control, very good damage, 2/2 strings amazing. She just has really bad cameo synergy in this game. If Ashura had something that gave her a consistent combo off of being able to check you with forward 2, with also getting a throw combo, she would be really, really good. But she doesn't have that. So unfortunately, she's right there. Smoke. Smoke is a casual player's nightmare. But I'll never forget I did it one time. I was fighting someone recently, and he was like a mid-level player. And he thought Smoke that was really good. He's been playing the game for like half a year. And I told him, I'm gonna block right now. I told him when I was fighting him, like, you're not gonna be able to open me up. I'm telling you right now. If I just block and react to everything you do, you're not gonna be able to open me up. You can't. You're gonna have to grab me. And he couldn't open me up. I blocked for like. Now this is a character. This is a person that honestly wasn't bad at all. He was a person that I would say it's like a mid-level player. And when I told him, like, if I just sit here and block, you're not going to be able to open me up, he couldn't open me up. Smoke was meant to be a 50-50 rushdown character, but he has bad 50-50s. It's simple as that. And yes, the invisibility is good. It is great. It is very strong when it's set up in the right way. But a good player will know how to navigate around Smoke. And of course, he can still grab you and get going, but he has too many flaws. He has really good. Let's talk about the good things. He has really good damage, and yeah, everything else is not really that great. If he touches you, you're gonna freaking feel it. But everything else is just not that strong about this character. His 50-50s aren't that strong. But his damage and his invisibility is good. Armor's not that strong. His pressure's not that strong. He has gaps everywhere. He has to constantly play your game. He can still do it and beat you if they really outplay you. But just too many flaws. But a lot of casual players won't understand my smoke placement, so I get it. It is what it is. Reptile. Reptile, I feel bad for Reptile. Reptile has probably got some of the worst buffs in this game's history. In our history, they've buffed him so much, but it's meant so little. The thing about Reptile is it's the same thing with Rain, but even worse. There's not really much to say about him. He's just a very, very bad jack of all trades. Like how Rain is just kind of a whatever jack of all trades. Reptile is a very bad jack of all trades. You'll still be able to do a little something with him if you play him, but there's actually not a singular reason to play Reptile in this freaking game. Not one. He does nothing amazing or great or good at all. Omni-Man. Omni-Man is my personal, one of my most hated characters in the game. I think people that play him are idiots. I'm just being blunt. Not people, I'm going to say, people play him like idiots. Let me correct that. I think he is the number one character if you are a dumb, bad player with no type of skill, no fundamental knowledge. You just want to be a dumb brute, get on and press buttons. This is your character. Bad player galore right there. Play you some Omni-Man. But just because of my personal feelings, we put that to the side. Same thing like Smoke. Omni-Man should not be able to open up a good player. He can grab you all day, but his grab sets you full screen, and he doesn't want to do that. He wants to be in your face, so he doesn't really have good synergy to put on a throw mind game a lot. Like I always say, if Omni-Man had a command grab, he would be one of the best characters in the game. Simple as that. He doesn't, so simply because it's hard for him to open you up. Not one of the best. Raiden. I would put Raiden better than Omni-Man, and I'll put Raiden better than John, and I'll put Raiden better. Yeah, I'll put Raiden better than all his characters. Raiden, this is how it always starts off with Raiden. Past two, not three are in, how can I put this? The past three Mortal Kombat games in a row, Raiden always starts off dumb and then becomes whatever. Now, that's getting taken away in 10 because he has Displacer, but he was pretty bad for a while. But they always make Raiden like very strong and then nerf him a lot. And Raiden even when Raiden was meta, he didn't play the meta. When everyone else was like the first initial meta, yes, with Cyrax. But then when the Kung Lao meta started, he didn't really play that well. He didn't really play the Chameleon meta well. He had his own meta with the way he played. With them nerfing literally the way he was meant to be played in that meta, he fell off a lot. And I feel like if they buffed Raiden's base tools, he would get brought up, but he just doesn't ever really fit any meta anymore. And even when he did, it was because those options he had were so good with him, like Kano. But they literally nerfed his. How can I put it? They went out of their way to nerf the synergy with Kano. So, yeah, that's my take about like Raiden. It just suffers from bad cameo synergy and not really being able to play the meta. Now, my bottom two are Li Mei and Shang. Li Mei was meant to be good. She was meant to be Sonya in a way. With the new way they wanted the game to be played, she was meant to be the new era Sonya playstyle wise, but they failed miserably. She's a bad character. She still has dumb gorilla damage, so she can still kill you if you are caught lacking. But she doesn't really have great tools. And now that I think about it, can't really put anybody. He is just like completely unviable thing there, and I don't think I can put a character there. I would keep it like this. I think that Li Mei has really good up close tools, but again, she has to touch you, she has to get there. And all this character would really need, honestly, is a mid projectile in any type of way, any type of fashion. Like if she could meter burn it and make it a mid and then launch you, like when her projectiles are scary, or put something on the floor. Like, I know some people are gonna say, oh, Kung Lao assist, but that doesn't give her access to the dumb damage like other assists do. That's all she is dumb damage. She has nothing that gives her all the tools she needs. So, I do think she's very bad. And Shang. I've talked about Shang a lot. I say the same thing every time. And if you want to know more in depth, you can check out like all my tier lists, but I'm tired of going in depth about Shang because it's just so easy. Shang is a bad character because both of his forms combined would make him a great character. Because they're separated, he is a bad character. Shang was a failed attempt at a stand switching character. It's simple as that. Both of his forms would combine, he would be great. If you want to see an example of what a really good stance switch character is, go look up Zeku in Street Fighter V. That is a stance switch character done right, but Shang is a stance switch character done wrong. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm thinking, I want to make that C again. Oh, I didn't talk about Peacemaker. Let me talk about Peacemaker. Let me put that in there. Peacemaker. Yeah, I think Peacemaker is better. Omni-Man. I think Peacemaker is better than Reptile. I think Peacemaker is better than Asher. I think Peacemaker is better than Smoke. I think Peacemaker is better than. Hold up. Wait a second. I forgot about you, Peacemaker. That's where I would put Peacemaker. Peacemaker is a character that suffered a lot from his nerfs, but I mean, he has a command grab, very good screen control still. While he can't kill you with that screen control, it's still good. He's just kind of lackluster in the mid range, and he is one of those characters kind of like Garrus, where he feels very clunky and bad to play. But his tools are good pokes, good meterless damage. He just doesn't have a complete initial kit. Like, he doesn't really have an overhead or low, but he doesn't need it because he has command grab. He doesn't have a archetype he's meant to play completely now. He's kind of meant to be a hybrid between a zoner and a command grab character, and it worked before because the zoner was so good, but the command grab archetype isn't so good to the point where he should get placed higher. But yeah, that's my take on him. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my memberships if you would like to support the channel more, and check out my Discord if you would like to connect with the Op Squad community. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Y'all have a great day, and Nickopz out. I have to do it. I have to do it. Gotta do it real quick. Last. Yeah, I wouldn't say C is unviable, but there's just, these characters are just so bad I have to put them. Last minute changes real quick. Okay. Oh, I switched. Let me show you. Last minute changes real quick. I had to put it back there. So that is the final tier list. I hope y'all enjoyed the video for real this time. And Nickopz out. Have a great day.